Well, let's talk about Carmelo Anthony. He might just get the shot that he was looking for, according to SNY's Ian Begley and Antonio Pucci. Carmelo Anthony has been taking part in informal team workouts and scrimmages in L.A. with the Nets players. Gentlemen, you like the idea of Carmelo on the Nets?
I do. I do.
Go ahead then, Will. Please tell me why.
Okay, here's why. Right? What is this year's Nets going to be? It's going to be like it's a parenthetical, man. It doesn't count. It's not who they are. Without KD, this one is just an experiment. And the truth is, this team is incredibly deep. I mean, this team is 10 deep, right? You put Carmelo in there, and do you know what I think he becomes? He becomes like a zombie KD. It's like a guy they have to develop around, just not as much as KD. What I'm saying is, if everybody steps up on the roster this year and then has to take a step back next year, Domonique, you know who just did that? The Celtics.
Right.
The Celtics just did that. They had accomplished, Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals without Kyrie. All those young guys stepped up into big roles, and it was hard for them to step back in the next year when Kyrie was present.
Yeah,
I'm just saying Carmelo becomes sort of the placeholder for KD.
I think that's an argument for it. That's an interesting argument, that and maybe Carmelo saves on moving costs because he's already in New York. But I don't think that the zombie KD idea works because Carmelo Anthony's not KD. And I think that this doesn't match for Brooklyn or for Carmelo Anthony, because you said they have a deep team with a lot of young guys who can play. We want to get those young guys out there and play, and Carmelo is not a guy who wants to go into that situation. I do think Carmelo still has value. I'm surprised that people are treating him like he doesn't. I think he has value, and I like him on another roster where he can be a closer, which is what he does best. And I think the 76ers, having lost Butler, could use somebody like that in those situations. We both agree that the Brooklyn Nets are not championship contenders this year, so I'm not sure why Carmelo Anthony would want to be on that roster just so he can have one more year to kind of have this farewell tour.
We agree Carmelo has value as well. When last suited up for the Thunder, what was it? It was he shot 35% from three or something like that, 16 points a game. The question is he willing to accept a role that he never accepted his entire career? Again, not unlike the Boogie Cousins conversation we had earlier, don't you think he's been dealt a little bit of a dose of humility over the last year or two? And look, I love the Nets roster. I really do. I don't know that they need Carmelo. They don't need Carmelo.
Right.
Those young guys are going to develop. I just think the value to the Nets becomes the KD placeholder. Please don't mistake that as me saying he's KD. He's nowhere near.
But the problem is you said that he should accept a different role, but you're also saying he should be a KD zombie.
No, to be clear,
a KD
I don't
zombie
mean come in
is not
and shoot it like
accepting
KD.
a smaller role.
I don't mean come in and shoot it up like KD.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.